Canada's third goal of the game, scored by number 11, Alessandro Di Iorio. The assist for number 24.
Brady Martin. Time of the goal at 16:48 in the first period. Again, the goal by Coots from Villeneuve and Martin at 16:48.
Up the boards, why not got a piece of it? Americans held it in for a second, but look out, the Royals breaking ahead with numbers, centering pass, great defensive play by Charlie Ellick, sending Tri-City ahead the other way. Jackson Smith on left wing, driving wide, he'll try a backhand shot, he scores! It's snuck under the right off a face-off.
Smith finds Burke, left side, shot, high and wide, looking for the high blocker. Curran, he'll turn, move it up top. Smith will walk the blue line. Smith for Curran on the right side. Curran skates free, shot, saved by Hicks, rebound, shot in by Sloan on the falling play as he gets.
His rink-wide pass to Sloan, up top, Jackson Smith looking in, over to Max Curran. High slot, Curran down to Sloan, right circle, back to Curran again. Skates in, Sloan on the goal line, pass up top, Jackson Smith scores! Here's Sloan looking rink wide for Charlie Ellick. He'll skate in and fire, that's blocked. Deflects down low for Savin Verk. Back to Ellick, across, here's Curran, right circle. Max Curran looks in, he'll find Jackson Smith. Midpoint, Smith waits and fires, he scores! Make it double.
Seems like they score shorthanded. There's been a lot of special teams goals coming in the second half of the year on the ice as Curran, right wing, puts it off the wall, twisted in front, but blocked by Portland. A long shot, scored! Jackson Smith with a low wrister to the glove side. He beats Stebbins. Around to the left wing, nothing was available, so they move it on the sideboards up top for Smith. Here's Curran receiving the pass. Max Curran weaving in. Gets to the left ring, breaks, looks to set up out wide and drops it here for Smith. Smith goes right, Verk to the net, scores! Savin Verk, bar down, 4 minutes.
Pass down low, Ellick on the goal line, goes behind the net, being leaned on by Pilling. He'll cycle to Cruz Paveo. Paveo on his backhand, walks out, drops to Wynot. Behind the Seattle net with speed, he'll center, one-timer, fought off by Ratzlaff, rebound loose, on the goal line, still whacking, they score!
In the league in the power play, just 16.5%, and 0 for 1 here tonight.
Yeah, it certainly makes a difference. I mean, if you have a vaunted power play that has all kinds of firepower.
Well, you got it right there.
There you go.
Because Smith on the great.
Jackson Smith, he'll reverse, Curran leading the rush. Everett defender fell at center. Here's Brandon Wynot. Drop pass, Savin Verk, left circle, shot blocked. Loose puck in front, cleared up top. Smith holds it in. Down the slot, Smith, right circle on his backhand. He scores! With it across, Curran throws it on net, blocked. Curran gets his own rebound, hooks it up top to Smith. Right point, over to Brandon Wynot. Down toward the corner now. Still with it up top. Smith fakes the one-timer, looks for a lane, left circle, floats it on. Goal, scores! We're going to Burger Ranch. Second.
They fall on top of the puck just to the right of the T-Bird net. Comes back to Smith up top. He'll work it left to right to Verk. Back to Smith. Pressured in the slot. Sloan. Drop it to Curran. He'll snap a shot, scores, and we are tied. A power play goal evens this game up for the Americans at 10:34. Way on side right wing. Drop it back to Martirana. Back to the right circle. In front. Oh, fanning of the shot. The T-Birds have a chance on the doorstep. Murtka couldn't put it home. And the Americans break the other way 2-on-1. Goldsmith and Sloan. Shot. Score. Jackson Smith put it over the left shoulder of Ratzlaff.
Stick by Sloan to break it up. Lynn now on the goal line again. Centers, loose the puck in front of the goal. Lipinski on his backhand finds Lynn to his backhand, poked away. On-man rush for Tri-City. Jackson Smith on left wing with Burke. Smith, left circle, fires, he scores! Back inside the Toyota Center, 12:45 to go in period one. Americans and Chiefs scoreless. Chance ahead for Tri-City now. Paveo finds McAdams. McAdams left circle. Backdoor scores! Cruz, Paveo.
Gosh, after to the corner, sends it in front. It'll bounce to the left point to Jackson Smith. Long shot, pinballs, still loose. Puck down and then shot wide by Abagosh. Americans get it back. Smith. Right point, one timer, kicked away, rebound! That's off the post and in. And the Americans have tied it. Their fourth line gets out, and now on that cycle, they'll try it again behind the net. Kochi leans on McAdams. McAdams gets it to Jackson Smith. Cross ice pass into the corner. Maybe the Americans' best shift. Wraparound in front, stopped, loose puck, spinning, firing, scores. Brandon Wynot will make it 3-1.
Zone near side Verk, and he'll knock it far side here for Curran. Then for Sloan. Sloan will wrap at it. Moves against the near wall and collected here by Verk. He'll go back towards the blue line for Smith, who's a left-hand shot. Right point for Sloan. Back for Smith. He'll wait. He'll hold. He'll fire. And a save. Backhand. They score at the side. Jake Sloan. His second.
Now Height trying to find a lane. Turns back again. Now he'll bank it forward for Zemer on right wing. Sloan able to break that up. Sloan stumbles. Americans trying to get control, and they do. Chance for a 2-on-1. Sloan on left wing with Verk. Sloan across Savin. Verk scores! Hat trick! Overtime winner!
Puck now back up the left wing side. Anisimowicz pressured by Aktuka. Where's that anger on ace collision? But here comes Tri-City. It's Smith with Curran. Jackson Smith, shoulder save. Raven rebound. Curran scores. Rebound Karen right in the middle, and Curran into the near corner. Throws in front, just out of reach of Verk. Owen Cooper has it stripped. Sent to the post. Saves Sanch. Out to the near point. Jackson Smith at the blue line. In front of Vaughn. Long shot. And that's loose in front. Out. They score. Jake Sloan as Sanch lost sight of the puck.
Andre Stebitek. That one's off a end wall bounce that got to the front of the net in the right post. And Max Curran with a point streak of 4 straight coming into the hockey game. Nearly extended it. Slot pass. Tri-City scores. Cash Cook here on Wynot. Puck left side. Lachlan Teterenko works it off the right wing. Portland will go for a line change. 14:10 to go in our third period, and a 4-2 lead for the Winterhawks. Tri-City from right to left with speed. Jackson Smith gets it deep. Backhanded shot goes 5-hole on Stebitek. And Cruz Paveo moves it for Smith. He'll pick it up, goes back left. Max Curran settles, waits. Curran into the corner. Right back to him. Couldn't pull the trigger on the shot, or a diving effort by Miller as he tries to get that puck out of the zone. Minute to go on the power play. Curran dangling, shoots, scores! Max Curran.
High and wide by Wynot. Reestablishing that net front presence is Tri-City. That got them that 2-0 lead early in the game. Wenatchee has not been able to answer here. Smith muscles one on, tapped, scored. A second chance in
Then in neutral ice to Max Curran, watched by Tyler Thorpe, and Smith spins away from him and then could have made another good spin move at center as he heads in down the right wing. Smith with a drop feed. McAdams will move in, winds, fires, and scores. Oh, Jackson Smith started off.
Right off the draw, puck comes in front of the goal, and they score! Terrell Goldsmith takes the rink-wide pass, and the Americans. His pass ahead comes to center. Seattle sends it right back in. Anisimowicz runs into his man. Americans in behind their own goal. 8 minutes to go in the second, a 1-0 Tri-City lead. Anisimowicz ahead now. Grady Martin driving wide to the goal. Stopped by Malinowski. He scores! They're going to win. Front and Giroux. Seattle's got it again now. Giroux had his pocket picked, and back comes Tri-City through center. Jackson Smith on left wing. Over the Seattle line. Smith stops up at the half wall. He'll swing the puck in deep. Savin Burke in behind the net. Center scores! What a pass by Savin Burke. He finds Max Curran. Protecting down the right side to Sloan. Goal line feed. Now centering pass in the slot. Sloan fires on. Stopped by Malinowski. Here's Curran finding Sloan. Right corner, up top for Garland. Now Jackson Smith. He'll look in, skate it, and fire. Backdoor scores! We're going to Burger Ranch. Jake Sloan puts it home. Circle fires off the leg and blocked. Comes up to the blue line now, Slobodian. Down and below the line. Weiermeyer up the wall. That's going to be picked off by Gavin, and here comes Tri-City 3-on-2. Gavin over the line, stops and looks for a trailer. Goes rink wide. Jackson Smith on goal. Rebound, scores! 200 career points for Jake Sloan.
Neither team obviously scoring on the power play. Couple opportunities so far this game for the team in blue.
They do get it off the face-off. Smith, a one-timer blocked by Levis, bouncing though. And Tri-City gets it back. Gavin back up to the blue line. Now right circle. Verk with a shot, and he scores!
Got the tying goal. Jackson Smith, look at him race through center. He'll chip the puck in deep and recover it himself in behind the Kelowna net. Right wing corner now. Smith try to go up to the blue line, and Aaron pass it, bounce, but Sloan holds the zone. Down the slot. Sloan right to the middle, to the backhand. He scores!
To Dumansky. Dumansky to the right circle. Vallis. Vallis' shot was blocked, but it carries back to Dumansky. Dumansky gets by Smith to the right wing. Cuts in the middle, lost the handle. And back comes Tri-City. They got numbers. Up the left wing is Garland. Into the Cougar zone. Chips it ahead. Great save. Ravensbergen. And the rebound scores!
Play him hard, play him physical. Ziprick, right line. High slot Jagger to the right boards, Lakovich. Back to the right point. Zipper trying to come down the wall. It's knocked down by Jackson Smith. Pushed up ahead. McAdams comes in on the left wing. Shot, and he scores. A 2-on-1 that ends with Carter McAdams.
Zinski waits in for Misselbacher. Decoy keeps the puck. Try to go back for Carlin DeZane, and that's stolen by Brandon Wynot. He'll feed for a streaking Gavin Garland down the left wing side. Cross ice. Open a chance. Jackson Smith. He scores. The Americans come.
Here goes the 4-on-3. So now the Raiders 0 for 4 on the power play as Braden Doobie brings this one ahead. 4-on-4 for the next minute and 9 here as Doobie tries to get it back to the blue line for Rudolph. Rudolph with a poke check, but it comes right to Jake Sloan. Maybe a 3-on-2 forming here. Sloan down the left side, puts one on, and he scores! Jake Sloan with a great wrist shot, puts it over the glove of...
Up top, Jackson Smith. They switch spots. Smith in the right dot. Looking for an option, spins away from pressure, but stumbles, pokes it down low for Brandon Wynot. Around to Garland, now looking to the high slot. Carter McAdams to Smith, one-timer stop, rebound, scores! How about on 11 games? Everett's penalty kill, 13th in the WHL, 75.9. Americans win the draw. Jake Sloan over on right wing. McAdams down to the goal line for Cash Cook. Up top for Smith. He'll skate in down the right wing side, bouncing puck. Smith backdoor scores! Find it clear, picked up by Cash Cook. He's double teamed along the boards, then knocked over. Play goes on. Brandon Wynot chasing down a puck in below the goal line. Garland fighting for it, tried to center, comes to the blue line for Jackson Smith. He'll walk in down low. Garland in front of the goal. Cook scores! As we hit the final minute of period 2, Mateka stops the dump in, leaves for Jackson Smith. Long bank pass ahead by Smith, blocked down by Kane Wilkie. Smith now gets it again, leading the rush into the Everett zone. Smith, long shot, fought off by Assange. Rebound across. McAdams scores! Catton, slide pass down low, was looking for Oremba just out of his reach. Smith leaning on Oremba, puck comes free. Americans get it ahead. They'll work it over to Brandon Wynot as Tri-City skates through center. Wynot's pass off a body comes down low for Smith. He'll hook it in front of the goal. Scores! Swings the puck in deep. Around the boards, took a friendly bounce. Sloan to the blue line for Smith. Smith down the boards now for Jake Goodell. Goodell's going to turn. He's run into and pinned up. Coming over is Smith to help. Comes over to Curran, left circle. Max Curran, rink wide feed. Goodell scores! Or a shooting lane. Great job by Fiddler to take both of them away. Fiddler now in his own zone with it. He'll slide it ahead, was looking for Hodnett. Smith breaks that up, and Jackson Smith now takes a bump in front of his own bench. Gets the puck ahead for Max Curran, right circle. Wrist shot, he scores!
Just fantastic saves. Keep the Americans really in this game.
8 seconds to go in 4-on-4 as Jackson Smith picks up the puck and starts ahead. A lot of speed on Smith as he gains the Edmonton line, drops off. Jake Goodell fires, he scores! Second of the game for Jake Goodell.
Puck back, right side wall. Goes left side to Smith. Smith drawing in, fires a shot and scores. Smith.
Goaltender, Tri-City, 4 men through center the other way. McAdams, right circle, fires, glove save, rebound is there, poked on goal, Edmonstone down. Garland trying to chop it to the net as the Americans get it up top. Long wrist shot stopped by Edmonstone. Rebound centering past Garland in the slot, scores! And Kamloops is able to clear with 50 seconds to go.
Really a good-looking power play, Boast. The way they moved the puck around, getting scoring opportunities. Greatest chance of all was Wynot's redirect.
Here's Jackson Smith now leading the rush. He's got a man heading back door. Anisimowicz scores! Win here at the Toyota Center. 3:10 to go in overtime. Jackson Smith in behind his net will now start up ice. Smith gaining speed on right wing into the Kamloops zone. Smith waits and fires. He scores! We're going to Burger Ridge!
He'll pick up the pace, comes on side left wing into the zone with Pollinchuk. Lost the puck, poked off his stick by the Americans. Here comes Rios on side left wing, lays it back to Smith. Smith curls blue line, the one-time blast on net, popped up in the air, and it goes in for the goal. Ratzlaff caught it, didn't, or I should say deflected it.
Defenseman had quite a good rookie campaign for Tri-City last year. Sends it around out right side to Sloan. Sloan, captain, back out to Smith at the point. Now Pavio, right side, snaps a shot, save, rebound, and a score. That rebound right back out to Wynot between the...
Trembecki picks up the puck at the half boards, hounded there by Garland, goes back down low. Zemlak takes a shove from Reshny, no call coming. It's going to be sent up the boards. Gavin. 3-on-2, quickly moves on across Paveo. Paveo, shot, scores! Cruz Paveo to even strength. Waterroot back on the ice. Americans slow it down with Garland. Moving up the ice. Smith through the corner. Fryer takes the body. Sloan works on front. Shot, scores! Garland wins it in overtime. Of the Tri-City Americans, they had a lot of shots on their power play opportunity, did not score on it. But trending in a positive direction. Moving up top now. One back, finds Zemlak. Zemlak into the high slot. Shot, rebound off a body and in. For Wynot. Wynot, cross ice feed. Looks for Jake Sloan. Sloan. Played it, left it back for Gavin now. Gavin up top. One-timer. Rebound. Still loose. Kraus ties for it. Loose on the puck. Scores. Wynot. Brandon Wynot picks up.